Welcome to English Stories for Listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you genuinely want to be fluent in English.
Once upon a time, a boy sat on a broken bench. He stared at the empty street. He felt a cold wind on his face. He held a small photo in his hand. The photo showed his mother and father. Both were gone now. Jack Turner was born in a tiny house. His home had no heat in winter. The roof leaked when it rained. His mother, Sarah, worked 2 jobs. His father, Mike, cleaned cars at night. They loved Jack and his little sister, Emma. They tried their best to keep the family safe. One night, Jack heard a loud crash. He ran to the front door. He found his mother on the floor. She had slipped on the wet tile. His father knelt by her side. He held her hand and cried. Sarah's eyes closed forever that night. Jack felt pain deep in his heart. He hugged Emma tight and whispered, "I will keep you safe." Tears rolled down his cheeks. Mike looked at Jack with tired eyes. He whispered, "Promise me you will care for Emma." Jack nodded without words. He felt a heavy weight on his young shoulders. The next morning, Jack and Emma left their home. They had no money and no place to go. Jack carried Emma on his back. He walked until his legs hurt. He asked strangers for food. He slept in a dark alley. Emma cried all night. Jack held her close and sang a soft song. Jack found a small church. He begged for help. A kind pastor let them stay for one night. The pastor said, "God sees you. He will guide you." Jack felt a small spark of hope. He promised himself to find a real home soon. By day, Jack worked odd jobs. He washed dishes, carried bags, and cleaned floors. Every dollar he earned, he saved for Emma. He did not eat much. He bought a small loaf of bread to share. Emma smiled at him with trust. One day, Jack found a strange box under a bridge. The box had old letters and a faded key. The letters spoke of a hidden room in the old Turner house. Jack's heart raced. His parents had lived there long ago. Could the last key be hidden there? He decided to go at night. The night was dark and full of fear. Jack held a small lantern. He stood before the old house. Its paint peeled like old skin. Windows were cracked. The door was half open. Jack whispered, "Please let this help us." He stepped inside. The house creaked. Shadows danced on the walls. Jack saw a portrait of Mike and Sarah. He felt pain and love in the same moment. He noticed a loose panel behind the portrait. He used the faded key. The door opened with a click. Inside, he found a small chest. Jack opened the chest with trembling hands. Inside lay a faded diary and some old coins. The diary revealed a secret savings account. His parents had saved for Emma's education. They wanted her to learn and grow. Jack found the bank address in the diary. He hugged the chest and cried. With the coins, Jack and Emma traveled to the bank. The bank manager read the diary. He found the account and gave Jack the key code. Jack withdrew $500. It was little, but it felt like a gift from his parents. Jack cried for joy and sorrow. Jack used the money to rent a small room. He bought books for Emma's school. He made sure she had warm clothes. Jack still worked hard each day, but now he felt a bit of peace. He told Emma, We are not alone anymore. Years passed. Emma grew tall and bright. Jack dreamed of a better life. He wanted to learn English well. He knew it could change their fate. But he had no time. He had to earn money and care for Emma. One evening, Jack heard about a free night. Class in a church hall. It was for adults. He decided to join after work. He sat in a hard chair and listened to Mrs. Harris, the teacher. She spoke slowly. She used simple words. Jack wrote each word carefully in his notebook. At first, Jack felt lost. He struggled to read a single sentence. He looked at Emma's school, books. He tried to sound out each word. He said, "a pupil." He smiled when he got it right. Mrs. Harris smiled too and said, "Good job, Jack." Jack went to class each night. He practiced at home by the small lamp. Emma helped him. She read poems to him. They giggled over rhymes. Jack felt proud when he understood a letter. He felt a spark of hope in his chest. After months, Jack spoke English well. He wrote clear letters. He read simple stories. Mrs. Harris praised him. One day she said, "Jack, you can teach others now." Jack felt a thrill. He remembered his promise to Emma and to his parents. Jack asked the pastor to use the hall on Sunday afternoons. He placed chairs and a blackboard. He invited other poor adults. He stood before them and spoke his first lesson. His voice was steady. He wrote, "Hello, my name is Jack." The students smiled and repeated. At first, few people came. Some were shy, but Jack was kind. He spoke softly and used simple words. He showed them how to write their names. He felt joy when they said, "Thank you, teacher." He felt like he was making a real change. News of the free class spread. More people came. Jack's small group grew into a crowded room. He added more lessons. He taught reading, writing, and even simple math. He asked Emma to help. She drew pictures on the board. Students loved her bright smile. A local newspaper wrote a story about Jack's class. They called him the Angel Teacher. People started to donate books and chairs. Jack felt awe when he saw the gifts. He used every gift to help his students learn. Soon, a small foundation heard of Jack's work. They offered him a grant. He could open a real school. Jack cried when he read the letter. He hugged Emma and whispered, "We did it." Emma jumped with joy. Jack opened the New Hope Learning Center. He named it after the spark of hope he felt long ago. The center had bright walls and new desks. It had a small library and a playground. Jack hired Mrs. Harris to teach with him. Emma helped run the library. The center grew popular. Students came from far places. Jack's heart swelled with pride. He never forgot his promise. He always remembered the pain and tears on that broken bench. As the center grew, Jack found more support. A rich donor named Emily Rogers gave a large gift. She said, "I see your heart, Jack. I want to help." Jack thanked her and promised, "I will use it wisely." With the gift, Jack built a scholarship fund. He made sure poor children could study free. He gave shoes, clothes, and books. His school became a safe place for many. Jack's fame spread across the state. He gave speeches at events. He spoke of hope and hard work. He spoke of loss and love. People listened and cried. They donated to his cause. They sent letters and gifts. Jack's home changed too. He moved out of the small room. He bought a modest house for Emma and himself. It had 2 bedrooms and a small garden. He planted flowers for his mother. He built a small bench in their memory. One evening, Jack sat on that bench. He held the photo of his parents. Emma sat beside him. She was a young woman now. She held Jack's hand and whispered, "Thank you, brother." Jack smiled and let a tear fall. He stood and faced Emma. "We made a promise," he said. "I kept it." Emma hugged him. The bench held their sorrow and their joy. Jack thought of the lonely bench years ago. He thought of the mystery box under the bridge. He thought of Mrs. Harris and Emily Rogers. He thought of every student and every gift. He felt a deep joy in his heart. Jack turned to the empty bench beside him. He said aloud, "To anyone who feels alone or sad, remember this. Hope can grow from pain." He looked at Emma and then at the sky. He whispered, "Born poor, built rich in heart. True wealth is not money. It is hope, love, and the promise we keep." What promise will you keep today?